Hello, again. I am Alice, and I am telling you about the horrific gender war in Israel, Part 4. It is a crime to be a man. Apparently, by the laws of State of Israel, a man is considered a rapist, a sex offender or a potential pedophile, that is obligated to prove himself innocent, if he intends to work with children. The feminists here in Israel succeeded at creating such a distorted reality, using fallacies and brainwashing with fabricated and inflated statistics, saying for example that 1 out of 3 females will get sexually assaulted during her life, and by that, seemingly justifying suspicious filtering policy towards any person, only for being a male. A woman by her nature is always considered pure, sainted, innocent, kind and good-hearted. By the law, called the Law for Preventing Employment of Sex Offenders in some institutions, only men are forced to provide an authorization from the police, proving they do not have a sexual conviction record, when they apply for a job to work with children. Women, on the other hand, get an explicit exempt from this demand, coming in a long line of privileges by the law, given to them only for being women, by systematically ignoring the facts about child abuse, a crime which women lead men by 2/3. In reality, women do sexually abuse minors too, but it is the Israeli law that does not allow to convict a female in crime of rape, because of tremendous pressure by feminist organizations, using such an absurd claim, that it would enable rapist to accuse his victim of forcing him to penetrate her body. By those organizations and especially the Association of Rape Crisis Centers, the hell with children who get sexually abused by women. They just do not exist. This discriminatory filtering policy is true, not only for paid work, but also for volunteering activity like Pay Rack Project, child tutoring in exchange for scholarship receiving program for college students. Only male students are obligated to present documents from the police proving they are not sex offenders, and also to sign a statement of commitment, not to commit to sexual harassment. A female student can tutor both male and female children, while a male student is allowed to tutor only boys. This is in fact, is the proof of the biggest deceit by the feminist movement, shattering the illusion that in reality of gender equality, both men and women would be much more free and liberated, from strict rough boundaries and limitations, enforced by gender-biased prejudice. In fact, today we can see the entire opposite, as the feminist organizations gain more power, and give women more freedom and opportunities to do anything they like. The exact same feminists that care so much to liberate women, manage to limit men to such an extent of humiliation, so in cases of divorce, for example, a man will not be able to get a physical custody of his children, not to mention the chance of taking care of children who are not his own. As some feminist politicians in Israel clearly say, that giving child custody for fathers, would increase the risk for children to be murdered. One of the primary manipulations, used by feminists, is the statistical fact that today, more than ever, male teachers are absent, especially in elementary schools. The feminists claim, the main reason for the overwhelming majority of women, in duties of child care and teaching, is because this profession seen as lower status job, with pitiable wages. But in the same time, those are the same feminists, that clearly and proudly prefer women, and they make sure that men will not be able to work with children, because of false rape data, they keep spreading all the time, making it incredibly expensive for schools to insure male teachers against potential lawsuits, for potential sexual abuse and pedophilia, so they avoid hiring males from the beginning. It seems that there is also an hidden reason for the aggressive way feminists keep child caring duties, especially at young ages, by the hands of women only. The work with children has a long-term effect on the next generations of future citizens. Feminists keep brainwashing helpless little children, using gender indoctrination, in order to define only women as authoritative figures. In practice, this is the exact careless policy, used many years and made Israel leading in one of the most unfortunate problem of juvenile delinquency, because youngsters do not meet a positive and steady male role models in their day-to-day life. In general, the idea, to demand from any person that is interested to work with children, to prove he or she did not hurt or abused a child in the past, it is in fact a great idea, but the automatic exempt the State of Israel gives women, to release them from such a request, despite the terrible epidemic with so many cases of child abuse, by female teachers and female caretakers, this is in fact the most monstrous, ugly, sexist, problematic and extremely dangerous and harming for the long run, that will prevent any possibility to filter out and prevent abusive women, who already hurt children in the past, to return to the same job, in order to protect their rights to earn a living, as courts do actually claim in some cases, because sadly it is very clear that children today became a play tools, by the hands of evil men hating feminist women.